And no, they have not been facing each other as I quickly scroll through
The
uh,
brackets.
in the brackets, but this is going to be the first time they're facing each other. And now it's the big question. Can Lulu show the true strength of this Earth Coach now in the final? Or will Welsh just show how strong Valash can be? Because he's now apparently the junior of Funky.
I am really, really excited for this. I'm kind of, you know, I wonder always. Luluch having that Naga is really good because it always gets banned and he always gets to pick his Earth Koish because nobody decides to ban Earth Koish whatsoever, and you see it just slips by like that. Almost every other match it does slips by just like that.
And also have also in consider that actually this Earth Coach having the whip, which make it slightly more difficult to if you want to outspeed any attempts right now on the board. Sure, whilst having the Aerobola here right now on the board, that still you can getting plus speed every time you're using a wind move, but just getting that early speed directly from turn 1. And let's see that we're having the Nidus have been banned on Lu's side, and we're having the Yukama believing it's the second ban here. But anyway, we see 2 rock, we see another coin share. Barnes is being picked up here, and they're starting to looking like Lulu's having some kind of a comfortable picking here, even though we know that the Lash is a slut, it's a Badger killing machine, killing anything that is in front of it. But Badger have to be aware of their 2 Earth attempts in front of him, and they can clap him to death. Welcome everybody into the grand final. Who is gonna be the champion of Legacy Cup 13? And who is gonna be just in second place?
Okay, I'm back. The third. No,
okay,
don't
so
ask.
did you
Don't
get
ask
slapped?
what happened. No, that's fine. We don't go there. Let's focus on the finals. We are at the finals. We can discuss that afterwards. So, coming back to this match, we have a fish. We have a Surnif. That Wolverine is still sticking there. The Koish comes in. Looking pretty solid. It can one-shot, I believe, the Earth Koish for sure.
Still doing a lot of damage though, even that is a nature coach though. And the hand fan still doing okay damage towards this Earth coach, but oh shit! Oh shit! That damage.
That living is a problem because he can now attack as well, and that is probably gonna hurt a lot. But this has to do a swap.
There's gonna be a lot of like. Okay, so Valash is gonna take a lot of damage now this time. Sure, the Bloom is gonna be reducing the attack on both Temps, but Valash is going to fall because of this. We already have Nature Coach down to like 14%, and Welsh is already like losing like a grip of having this match in his hand. And he can still do like a really strong combo with like I mean, if now Lulu want to do the same thing again, Water Up Lily and Stubble, just to get high damage here, but that means the coach is dead. But also with -1 attack, there's could be a possibility for Welsh to still come back into this match. And the hyperkinetic going before, and it's taking down this Earth Course, which means there will be no synergy for Buttercup Lilith to do the extra damage towards Munch.
It overexerted for that kill, and I think that is still fine.
I mean, without that reactive vital proc, you still went below 50%, which is still fine in my book. But with the reactive vital procking, getting that 15% extra, you're starting to feel like you're not in a good position. And Saga, do you see what I see? It's probably coming up soon.
I'm seeing what you're seeing, but I'm not sure if you are going to be predicting the same that I'm thinking about it. Do you think about a wreck here, or maybe you don't yet?
Do think of a wreck here, even though Bargy is here. Bargy is not going to appreciate a +2 attack directly in its face. However, Bargy can still do slice of solid damage here, even though it is just nerf-like. The energy manipulation. Okay, it's expecting to a wreck here, but it's making sure that the uppercut is doing enough damage to be in range.
I mean, I was expecting a wreck. Maybe this turn is the wreck turn, I guess.
Because I mean, you wouldn't do just a heat up for nothing. Of course, a heat up into an uppercut is still good damage, but you still want to do like the signature move of Munch. But Munch is going to be waiting for that turn and letting Cypad just come in instead. Eating that tornado in his face. And we will see a Synergy Master Koish using his Waterfall Lily towards the Barnes, I'm believing. And that Barnes is just barely surviving. And
I think the
Waterfall Lily
Cypad dies. Oh, okay. Well, that was good turn, to be honest. That Cypad is gonna go first. We have seen it before. Luluch does not have a fast team in general, so that Cypad is absolutely going first with either Nikusai, Ninja Jutsu, or... Okay, maybe not with Toxic King, but Ninja Jutsu and Nikusai, he's definitely going first.
Yeah, and I don't think that he wants to waste Ninja at this point. I think it's... No, hold on. I'm gonna take back. I think Ninja at this point would be better to wasting instead of Nichosai, because you want to still use your Nichosai whenever Inkit or Turok is coming in, due to especially Turok having a high HP pool, and you want to get rid of that pool as quick as possible.
I'm kind of behind that.
And that ball is actually being faster, which means that the Barnes is actually falling down here. So will we just see a...
Nikusai?
Okay, we do see the Nikusai predicting correctly, getting some value out of that.
Ooh. Well, now Ninja is definitely up. My bad on the turn order last turn. This time Ninja is 100% up. I mean, nothing is stopping that monkey later on to come in and start doing a straight up wreck in the face. Inky is a problem that needs to be dealt with though.
Valorant can't do much at this point, especially against that Inkit.
I think if Valorant is swapped with Seismunch and Cypad does a Toxic Ink onto Rock Turok dies, and then Inky can decide to either kill the Saipat or, Sasmunch is not dying from an electric attack on 50% HP. So I think that's the best play here. Bring the Sasmunch in and do the Toxic Ink on Turok. They decided to bring Sasmunch on this slot.
I think it's expecting Valorant to die here, just try just to do high damage as possible.
I don't know. I think that was a bit of a rough play.
Quite a high overexertion here. T-strike is happening directly on Munch. Putting it down to 18.5%, but where will Stumble land? It will land on Munch, and Munch is dead.
Well, that was a win condition that is now gone, and that definitely hurts. I still think Sasmunch on the other slot and Saipat doing a nice Toxic King to kill that Turok would be just the winning play. And next turn follow it up with a wreck.
The ninja side is quite needed here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that is match number 1 for Lelouch.
Let's see, will they do anything differently from this game, from the first game, or will just they play as they had before?
Pressure definitely feels like the finals over there for both of the players. They are fatigued from the tournament, they are looking tired definitely. The pressure is mounting on for sure.
Sony have been instantly banned, as Welsh have acknowledged how much of a threat that Sony can be. And Lulu started thinking, and basically almost doing the same and removing the nature coils, because acknowledged as well the damage it can possibly do. And okay, so Valorant is coming out here, but we're still seeing this Earthquake being paired up with anything on the board here. Like, it works so well with anything except for Naga, because it's Naga. But getting a +1 to ink it, that actually can help quite a lot there, but Munch is popping in here, just gonna either get a free heat up or just try to do some early damage here. But I think in a heat up here is definitely something that they are asking for.
Well, it's a bit of a different start this time from Lelouch, and Welsh is going with the approach of Monkey. Certainly
so
is
Gale
banned
is
this time.
Yeah, the Surname is banned indeed, which means that Lulu can't getting that high damage and early advantage. But still, running with the Earthquake is still useful for him.
Earthquake is just getting so much value for him time and time over again.
And I'm actually quite surprised to see that Mimit actually getting through here.
I mean, if you think of it, if Mimit actually copies the Earthquake, that is actually really brutal against Lelouch's own team, you know? It hits the Inky, it hits the Turok, kind of, it hits the Bastion as well. Pretty strong stocks there.
I do agree with that point. Just have to be a little bit careful of Nitrosil, but it is still will definitely be in danger. And we're still seeing that the Lash been picked up for Welsh, and well, the Lash have been working really well for the Lash. You just need to find the edge and taking it with us. We have Immoral Whip proccing and the fake bear on the Lulu's side here. Well, nothing's happened on the Welsh side here. And from this board, Munch kind of want to do a heat up here, but at the same time not, due to, I mean, Koish can still do a water cannon and it can still do some damage towards Munch, and the Munch doesn't feel comfortable with it. And the only one that can actually taking the water cannon would be Pat, except from Vola, and Vola is already on board. But Welsh doesn't have a lot of to change into.
This is really kind of edgy because it's still questionable.
I'm thinking though that Lulu is having actually the better lead, even though the Munch is there. But Inkit's still having great opportunity against whatever's on the board. But that, even though the Theatric did almost 28% damage towards the Munch, I'm gonna say that's quite decent. And Further Gathering early on to this Koi share. It's going balls and going directly for the heat up. Now is the question, will we see a water cannon? The water cannon will happen and it will push down to below 30%, but reactive vital. Bump it up to 44. So now we having Wreck actually ready.
Considering Cipanku can come in and give the Rex synergy to go first, I don't think anything is stopping that monkey from killing some stuff here for sure.
Uh-huh.
It's definitely gonna hit a little bit for sure. Luluch going for the passive play, swapping it out.
And there's no swap here from Welsh side, and are we going to see a uppercut from Munch? We see a break without the synergy. And the Koi's still standing there. And the Stone Ball might be enough? No.
No. Well, Dimmak is up and ready, I believe. Should be ready to go and dispatch.
Oh, it is. But you don't want to stay in against, especially Nitrocell. Because if you're getting just a single poison tick, like the spore would be enough. It doesn't kill it, but with the toxic tick, it will definitely be.
Well, I mean, I would be questioning that, JT, because this Wolverine dude right here is +2 speed, hyperkinetic, ready, might even smash the shit out of that Nitrocell before it even moves a whisker.
That is true. You have a point on that.
But if that Nitrocell is swapped for to Rock or Banshee, then that might not do any damage at all. So is that risk worth taking? We will find out.
As we do see some swappings happening here, and as you said that Banshee would come in here, and we do see a T-Plume actually. Is enough to taking down the Earth Course. But that Barnes is just quickly taking that minus attack. Doesn't matter at all, actually.
That Wolverine has to get out of here as soon as possible, because -2 special defense, he is gonna take a big hit there otherwise. I think Mimic coming in on that Wolverine spot, mimicking the Banshee up, is gonna be really good, because Banshee takes low damage from both of these, because Banshee. Considering the wind attacks are going there at least.
Okay, so if we say that it's happening, Mimic's coming in instead of Valorant, you're copying the Banshee. Banshee is going with Hypoxa on that slot, doing half damage. But I believe in that Barney might leaving as well, and what you're doing with Turok is just attacking directly towards the last slot.
I mean, I was assuming that the attacks are gonna be Earth and Wind, so Banshee doesn't take much from those, and double Cypad miniature devils on the field. Nico Sai is up on both of these small devils and they might hit like a truck. We do not know yet on which slot they might unleash hell on, but looks like Luluch is TV training with Welsh right now, farming the HP out here.
Okay, so even if you let a Nidosin come in at this position, sure, Nidosin can take one Nicho Sai, but not two. And you don't want to stay with Turok because Turok will die after a double. Same goes to Inkit.
I'm gonna ask a question. Double Nico Sai, what lives on that slot? Nidrasil? I think the only contender for it?
Yeah. I'm going to have to agree with you there.
Okay, maybe it actually lives.
Depending on this iPad. And it does actually live with 12%. And doing actually a
Wait, double ninja jutsu up now. Oh boy, this is gonna get some value. Leaving that thing alive is some value coming up now again.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Ninja. A snake is dead.
I mean, Snake got stabbed from behind.
And I believe this iPad might gonna take quite a lot of overexertion.
Oh, that hurted hard. Even though no toxic ticks, but both of them are overexerted. They are just sitting down now for some time. If you want to set up some attack hold moves, just bring your stuff in. You know, nice and easy, relax.
Yeah, I'm thinking at this point you kind of want to... Okay, so he going with Turok. I thought Inkit wouldn't be a bad idea to bring in here, actually.
Like, this is the perfect time to say that they are both sitting ducks. Well, this turn they are chilling out, but if Luluch decides to ignore them, next turn they are gonna wreak havoc again with double Nico Sai up. And Welsh decides to save them. Welsh is against killing of ducks, I guess. They are not sitting ducks anymore, they are flying birds. Welsh decided to attack that spot, leaving that Wolverine alive. Is this one completely ignored? No, it's dead. Quack quack.
Yeah, thanks to that rock fall. So, one duck less to be frightening for, but there's still one duck that can still do a synergy with the munch. And
synergy is very important.
Yeah, and okay, so Barge is going to have a problem because Barge really want to kill that boulder because it's so like what is calling it, like it feels like this boulder is just trying to give free candy, but you can't take it because you're having like a big bear standing next to it. But at this point, it's a big badger that is evil. Look at this village.
Yeah, he's gonna kill.
And the T-Bloom reducing the attack on the Turok. And I think, yeah, that minus attack were enough to stopping.
The minus attack
killing.
coming in clutch. That Inky might be taking a big hit from this Valash before dying, that's for sure.
I'm gonna say it's depending though on how actually fast this Inkit is.
It still does just 5 prio, right? At least some damage will be done. Like ultra prio, sorry.
Oh wait, actually, it has dust, so I don't know. Even with the dust, I don't think dust is enough to immediately killing
It's
Inkit.
possibly not gonna kill, but it's gonna do enough damage, you know? Like little damage, but enough damage for sure to get the job done with the wreck later on. The Quack, I believe, already has Nikosai up, so Quack is gonna take care of the rock.
Yeah, the double up here, and that Inkit is gone. And Welsh have been taking this back to a 1-1.
Welsh got no chill. Is he gonna end this the good old way with the duck Quack? Come on, Welsh, bring that duck in. Show us the toxic ink on that rock. How does that hit? Oh, he is bringing that duck in. Quack, quack. Is he gonna
quack.
toxic ink this thing out of here or not? Is the question. Nikosai or toxic ink? What's gonna be it?
Ninja Kappa.
Nani? And it is gonna be... It is gonna be... What is it? What is it? It's gonna be Toxic Ink 52% to 0.
Oh shit, I'm missing all of the farm. Oh no!
Quack, quack, quack.
Oh no, stop quacking at me. I'm afraid of quacks. I'm allergic to quacks.
You wanna crack? In your
No,
bone?
I don't wanna... I'd rather take a quack.
Well, that Valorant is banned. Finally, guys, aerobic Valorant actually getting banned in a competitive match. In 2021 Cipanku meta, aerobic Valorant actually picking up a ban here. You saw it happening.
You saw it first.
You saw it first.
Now, make memes.
In a meta where no one picks aerobic Valorant, it's being banned. The threat is real. That fish is just slipping in just like I slip in into this match every time. In the first two picks, every single time that coach does not disappoint in slipping in.
Now is the question though. It is a question though. Who has the better start here? Lulu with Cernif and Earthquake, or Welsh with Balash and Nature Coach?
I mean, Nature Coach looks quack quack. Sometimes it's all about that quack pack and six pack. But Welsh is not picking up the quack, he's keeping it till the end. We all know that he's gonna take it anyway, so the quack will be playing most likely because the quack is the quack. Without that, his team is whack. Is he gonna take this quack? Or he's gonna shack it up in the storage? And no, quack is being picked again.
It is time. It is 1-1 in this match series. Who will take it? Lulu or Welsh? Who have the strong attempts? Who have the better coach? Find it out right now.
At the end of the day, it matters if the quack is gonna get his quack.
I think. But we instantly see that Mass is coming in and eating that actually, eating that what I call Lily really well. And Blash is taking in unnecessary hit, and the Madness buff putting it down below roughly 10%. Oh, this is not what is looking for.
I mean, I will die on a sword, but I will do Madness buff. Do what you want. Welsh doesn't care is his answer right there. Now Valash died, I believe, to the lava wave, correct?
Yeah. The lava wave happened to the Valash, and the Koish came in on the Cernif slot, and I actually don't remember if Nature Coach just stood there.
Then the quack came in.
Quack, quack. That is true. It is on the wrong side. However, it doesn't really matter. And yeah, oh yeah, of course, the ice cube. And from this point, well, Sid actually brought in Cypad here, if I'm not misremember. And from here, they can play whatever they want now, because no, we don't have any controls anymore.
Okay guys, we are back on live spot, +1/+1 speed on these two. This was the freeze turn, this is where it crashed. So this is where you continue playing. Best of luck both of the tamers. The quack is ready for the quack, because quack is gonna jack up and he is gonna kill stuff here. Good luck, quack. Good luck, Luluch. Okay, JT, you giving some extra support on the quack, I see.
Yep, that is correct. You know it. Can we get some knowledge into the chat?
You don't say bless you on a dark, I think. How is it called? It's a dark, but let's get back in here on the focus.
Yeah, the ice cube eliminating this Mastion and getting a free rage.
Alright. There's nothing wrong here. This thing is gonna be absolute quack of a jack. Into the finals, we have a Cypad +2 attack. Ready to smash some stuff here and there, but how do you kill that Cernif is the question.
With force.
I see, JT. You're a man of culture. You just want to go full force. I see.
Yeah, you know, there's only one way to win. Your best offense is your best defense.
You meant... I see. Okay. Let's see how they can wrap up their head around this.
Okay, so Munch is taking over the Cypad slot here, and Bars is taking over the Coach slot there. And what if is happening directly onto the Munch, and the Munch is down to 27, but don't forget, the Reactive Idol have been procced, and the Hypno is landing on towards the Cernif. Cernif can no longer move.
Gonna be a nice, maybe heat up, maybe rack.
This is... I think both players is having a little bit rough time here, actually. Not gonna lie, but I think a break is red coming out there. No, a Hira. Oh no.
Well, +2/+2 attack. We have +4 attacks on this side. +2 speed on that Cernif. That water cutting lily is definitely going first, I believe, unless it's a really slow Cernif, which I think it is. So a wreck and maybe a Nicosai could actually go first and take care of that Cernif, but we need to figure out, we need to see how it goes now.
To be fair, I think Cernif can definitely handle Cypad, but it definitely needs to get rid of the Munch in the long run.
Well, the thing is, that thing is actually Shuin's horn, so that's why it can't do toxic damage, otherwise Cernif would not be a problem.
Yeah, I'm considering that with the Swine's horn, but with Munch is still a threat on the board here. Among many Tems here on the board. Even though the nature goes in the back line, it's still a big threat towards Lulu. But if Lulu been able to getting one of these Tams, I mean, of course, Welsh could swap out here, but he's gonna be losing too much momentum if that's happened. We do see Nature Coach coming in here. What God Lily is gonna be landing directly on that slot. Denmark on to that Cernif and Bamboozle. Now this Cernif is completely safe for a turn.
And completely annoying as well to begin with.
And I'm thinking so if this Barnchy is faster than this Nature Coach is dead, or the Munch is completely dead. Munch is leaving. Letting actually Jacomas coming in here. Potentially just taking the Water God Lily damage.
That Bamboozle is really clutch for this match. That Cernif is gonna sit down and keep clapping stuff if required.
And that Tornado should finish off the coach. Yeah. And Lulu's starting to finding some good grip into this match. Just smelling the victory. But we're having the double Duck Ape combo here. Ready with some Wreck Nitro combo. Will they be able to take this home? Or is the Cernif way too fast?
This Cernif was a real problem for Welsh to deal with. And it was something he could not overcome by himself, sadly.
We see a swap happening, just making sure that Cernif is safe until the last turn here. Coit taking that. Not super good, but sacking, just making sure that the Cernif is staying alive, and the Barnchy still hanging there, just taking a little nap.
Well, that nap might be a problem, cause I mean that Cernif is still alive, and that Cernif is still a big problem for Welsh.
So if your Cernif comes back in here, I think it's at that point GG. I even think that Barnchy can do an energy manipulation on towards Munch. I believe that it can be enough just killing, but just killing one of them is going to be enough to secure the win here. And someone is asking in the chat, does my Cernif leave Nietzsche Denmark?
And I was asking that before, but the answer is something we can never find because Welsh decided to back out from that.